We're back. Elizabeth's got another one of those 15s. Again, there was just a few litters. It's funny. Sometimes when you have these crossbreds, you put one pig in the sale out of the offering, and then sometimes you find 6 or 7 out of a deep big litter, and the 15s are represented with a good volume in the sale, so to speak. Again, bless up. Here to help. A pedigree that I've got a lot of faith in those pigs staying stout. 8-1, another one of my favorites in the sale, a brass tax pig. Again, that's a trumpet son there at Mox. Trumpet on Here to Help sister, actually, on a kind of big deal. Never before sow. That never before sow, the grand dam of these 8s, would have been a belted gilt that the Walko family would have shown in 2020. That got to the backdrop quite a few times and collected her trinkets and awards there. This 8-1, we like a lot. He's genuinely masculine, and that turn out of his loin edge is just screams market hog. It screams beauty, Travis.
Yeah, and I think he's one that's going to maintain that shape, and I think that's important to talk as mature ones. It's hard to keep shape in them, and I think that's the thing we've seen throughout the day. These hogs have natural muscle. It's not going to be your fat, roly-topped ones that do not have the boldness and the power and dimension. If they have shape, they're easier to hold. They're easier to look fresh, and I think this hog will have that. He's really level and cool out of his hip in terms of levelness. He flags his tail good, but still a one that offers some extension, moderation, and a big centered kind of a hog. I think that one's going to be fun to feed, and I think easy to keep and show him where you need to. I don't know what weight range he'll be, but I think he's one that just you kind of put him where you need to. Another one of these 15s, I think this one here is similar to Littermate we talked earlier in terms of just natural shape and dimension. He's a big-ended kind of a hog that comes and goes with power. The neat thing about these 15s, they're not flat-footed. I mean, they're awesome in terms of pastern strength and front toes, and I think that's important. Sometimes we get them really stout and massive, and they want to squish down up front. That is one thing we've seen on the 15s. That's not an issue there. That hog is naturally tall about this front end, going to have some shape and dimension, and not going to be a tall, long one by any means. He's the right length of body. So I think a unique one. I think you push him. I think he gets into that July setting without any kind of question. Looks like an easy-growing kind of a hog that's still going to have a shape and dimension for darn sure.